Those were the best paints, by the way. Model Masters acrylics.
They call me Poundz, here I'm known as 978 Customs create, plus I rhyme great.
YouTube, welcome back to another 978 Customs video, and today we have Anti-Superior Spider-Man, or Negative Zone Superior Spider-Man. There's actually no name for it because it's a concept design. Someone asked me to commission it, and as I was almost done, he changed his mind, and so we're working on something else, but I decided to keep this for myself. So I'm not mad at it either way. I love the color design. I think the white pops really well, and then the gold on it just makes it look even that much more exotic. I don't know if exotic is the word I'm looking for, but it definitely looks cool. It looks luxurious, if I can say that. As far as calling him Anti-Superior Venom, I don't know if that works because he's not a symbiote. And to say Negative Zone, I'm not sure if that works either because those colors aren't inverted from his original design. But I have to say, I do like this custom a lot. I think it just stands out amongst all the other Spider-Mans on the shelf due to most Spider-Man being red and blue and maybe black, but this one has a lot of white on it. So if you don't have a Future Foundation on your shelf, this guy is going to be the main attraction. I can almost guarantee that. I did not add webs on him. I felt like the white was clean enough that it just looks cool enough to not have webs. Even though I'm a web guy, most of my Spider-Man gotta have webs on it for some reason. But I don't know, I think this just looks clean enough that it didn't need webs at all. I felt like putting webs on this, honestly, would be distracting from the design because you'd get caught up in the web lines and you wouldn't even see the spider on his chest, I don't think. So I just decided to leave him off so that way the spider on the chest is a lot more visible and it pops out being in front of that white. I even wanted to throw a little more gold on it. Maybe in the logo I was going to trim it with some gold on it, but I figured that would be too much. I just know that the gold on the eyes wasn't enough. It needed something else gold to kind of complement it. And I almost didn't even do the back logo because I was going to add the spider backpack with the legs. But the legs I have are broken, so I don't want to use broken legs or not complete legs. So I decided to just paint the back logo. I'm happy with it as well. I feel like if I do add a backpack, I'll just find a way to magnetize it rather than permanently attaching it to his back and ruining that logo. And you'll have more posability options with being able to remove the backpack and putting it back on. So that's just my thoughts. I mean, it's not... I may not put the backpack on. I may just leave it like this. I think like this is clean enough. I am happy with it. It may seem like the exposure's a bit high, but he's so white that it just looks that way. He is very white. So this is what it would look like when it's not all lit up. But that logo is pretty clean. And you see, it's a little different than the regular Superior Spider-Man. I actually have two lines in the butterfly joint. But the logo is painted all the way up top, front and back. So you shouldn't have any problem crunching this figure and lining up your logo or getting them in some cool poses. And this was the tough part. I was kind of worried about the shoulder rubbing. You can see I'm just playing with it just to make sure that nothing is going to rub. And I've done this a couple times already before I finalized it. And so I'm kind of happy that I was able to eliminate majority of the paint rub, if not all. The only problem I had was with the shoulder. It's a little choppy. I had to come back and do this 2 or 3 times because it kept rubbing. But I did eliminate that rub. And you can lift this arm up and down as many times as you like without being scared of chipping that white. I wanted to make sure that you'd be able to play with this figure like any other Marvel Legend rather than just having 1 or 2 cool poses and putting it on the shelf and never being able to touch your action figure. I mean, what's the point of having an action figure that you can't move around? Beautiful or not, I mean, it's just, for that, just get a statue. So for me, it's important to kind of make sure that these articulate the same way the Hasbro Legends would. But the head is fine. The neck joint is white. You can lift it up and down. Looks a little chippy back there as well. White paint flakes out of the cracks once they seep in and they dry up. So you just gotta flake them out and then repaint it. It's pretty annoying actually. But it is part of the process, and it is necessary to make sure that the paint doesn't rub. Ankles go down, you can rotate it, you get that swivel. But the most important part was the upper torso, and just making sure the white was able to stick. You could even rotate this around, which is kind of the scariest part because it felt really tight. But it is okay, and you can do this as many times as you like. Personally, I would say don't do this too often because obviously paint does rub with friction, with plastic rubbing on the plastic. So eventually it is going to happen. It's inevitable. So I don't want to say you can eliminate 100% paint rub. That's inaccurate and it's impossible. But for the most part, if you do it right, you prepare it well enough, you can get rid of about 99% of it. But I really do like this design a lot. Even the gauntlets on his wrist look pretty cool. And I had those left over from some Shapewear legs that someone got for me. The problem was I never had a pair of Shapewear legs in my hands before, so I tried to assemble them straight out of the box without preparing them. And maybe because they were translucent, a lot of the pieces broke. And so I'm unable to use those legs. And I can pull them up really quick. This is what I was able to save. I do have another leg, but just to kind of give you the overall look on what it would look like if he did have those tentacles or those legs, because they're not tentacles. He's not an octopus. But these legs aren't going to function properly because the one on the left is a bit loose. And again, I only have three actually, but two you're seeing here. I like the white a lot too. If I were to put legs on this guy, it would definitely be white. But look how loose this is. It's cracked right at that ball joint. So I can't use it. And maybe I can glue it and tighten it up a little bit. But I feel like this figure is so nice that I don't want to give it some broken parts. I'm going to have to just either get a whole new Shapewear set or don't get it at all. But look how flimsy that left leg is compared to this right one. Tap, 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 tap. And this one, just one tap. Boop. No good. Anti-Superior Spider-Man. If you want to see him compared to Superior Spider-Man, let's do that. Anti on the left and the original on the right. The only difference with this original is I painted the eye silver. So if you're looking at that, like, what's wrong with his head? I painted it because I test painted it because I made a Superior before I made this Anti-Superior Spider-Man. Someone commissioned me to make a Superior on the new Pizza Spider-Man body. Well, this was the all-new, all-different Spider-Man. And I had another pair of wrist gauntlets, so I added them on this one as well. I have to do the webbing, and so I'm going to do a how-to-do webbing video on this Spider-Man. I had this video I was going to put up, but I decided not to. It was a video showing you on where to sand instead of how to sand. And I was just basically showing you some points of articulation that you probably want to grind down a bit in order to put some paint in. And this is the Superior Spider-Man that I just showed you on the all-new, all-different body. And there's a couple important things. If you guys want to see this video, let me know in the comments and I'll upload it. If not, then we'll just start from the beginning on taking the figure apart, sanding, and all the how-to stuff rather than where to. Personally, I prefer my Spider-Man on this Pizza Spider-Man body. It's just the size of it is pretty cool. But the articulation on the Superior Spider-Man body is pretty nice as well. I kind of prefer the articulation on the Superior Spider-Man, but the overall look and aesthetic look on the Pizza Spider-Man, if I said that right. I do think Hasbro could use the Superior Spider-Man body a little more. They have only used it once for Superior Spider-Man, and then people complained and they swapped it out for the Pizza Spider-Man body. And it's nice. I think Superior should have been on the Pizza Spider-Man body, seeing that he only took over Peter's mind and he's still in Peter's body, so he should be the same size. I don't know why they went with a smaller size for Superior. Maybe someone was like, Doc, the push is shorter, and never really read the comic. Quick comparison to the Future Foundation Hasbro put out a while ago. I gotta say I might prefer this design over the Future Foundation. Really quick, I can show you some reference shots and some work in progress pics. Most of us are familiar with Superior Spider-Man's design, which is already nice, pretty cool. But I saw this picture recently without the webbing, and I thought it was even better. I was like, it's kind of like Assassin almost. So I just decided to take the webbing off Superior Spider-Man and take whatever was red and transform it into white. And I just edited this picture to kind of give myself an idea on what it would look like, and I really liked it. But also, it was kind of inspired by this Clash. I had this Clash comic from The Amazing Spider-Man, and I always thought it was a different version of Spider-Man, but it isn't. But it looks just like Spider-Man, and Superior at that, so it was also inspired by this Clash costume. I almost made Clash, except the circles are tough, and that's one of the hardest things for me. But I painted the head first on Superior Spider-Man, and I thought it looked cool enough. Continued on and did the body, and made sure that the white wouldn't chip. Then I started the logo on the front, did the logo a little different than what Superior had. And I just wanted to see what it looked like before I continued on and finished the back. And this is actually the finished product of it. The back you already seen, so. But that is what we got, YouTube, and I hope you really like this custom as much as I do. If so, tell me what you think in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do. For those who have, I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.
Well, hello, how are you doing as I check our connection? A couple messages for the viewers, so pick a section, have a seat. Yeah, I know this is different, quit with the questions. Allow me a second, please, to make my first impression.